Welcome back. National CPR Week is underway and runs through June 8th. So do you know what you should do if an emergency arises? Joining us this morning for a demonstration and information on why CPR is so important is Ashley Bordelon, clinical educator at Baton Rouge General. Hey, Ashley, how are you today?
I'm great.
Good. The rain hadn't started yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. But some very important information. It's CPR Week, and why, first of all, is knowing CPR so important?
When they look at the statistics, 350,000 cardiac arrests happen each year outside of the hospital, and of those, 70% happen in homes. And so when you look at that, there's a lot of people having cardiac arrest outside of the house.
Absolutely.
And so when you even look at that statistics, a third of all of those will have CPR initiated by a bystander. So in my thought, each one of those should have somebody initiating CPR right away.
Right.
So we really want to increase the awareness. That way people get educated, learn how to do CPR, because you can learn at any level. You don't necessarily have to be a healthcare provider to learn the advanced cardiac life support. You can do basics and save someone's life with just the basics. So making sure people are aware of that and getting the education out there is super important.
And the statistics are very high in how many people will go into cardiac arrest.
And for every minute that CPR isn't initiated, there's a 7 to 10% decrease in saving that person's life. So for each minute that passes, it's 10%. So after 4 to 5 minutes, we're looking at brain being lost, and sometimes it takes more than 5 minutes for emergency response to get there. So if we can initiate something right away when we see something happen, we can save a life, and that's the most important part.
How do we initiate that? How do we learn how to do CPR correctly?
There are classes, of course. AHA has classes listed on their website. Baton Rouge General offers classes to both lay people and to healthcare providers. But starting with the basics, calling 911, initiating that phone call right away so that you can have advanced help coming, and then starting chest compressions. If you are in a public place where there is an AED accessible, getting the AED placed on the patient. 25% of the cardiac arrest are a shockable rhythm. So we could actually put the AED on, let it analyze and shock, and save their life.
Okay, so let's do a demonstration first. But would we want to start the CPR first or grab the AED? Because, well, the AED is not always readily available in our cars.
And what you'd want to do, especially if you're in a public setting and there's someone else around, send someone to get the AED and someone start the chest compressions right away. Most important. So hands interlocked and arms straight out to the center of the chest, and just push hard and fast.
And you're using your upper body, not necessarily your elbows, your arms.
Correct. You want to use as much upper body strength. If you're trying to just push with your arms, you get tired, you can't do as many compressions. So getting over the patient as best as possible, pushing hard and fast.
And isn't there a little secret or a song that you can use while doing that?
There is. Staying Alive by the Bee Gees is one of the ones that they say. So if you can go with the beat, Staying Alive, and do the compressions at that rate. We want it 100 to 120 per minute.
Okay.
So it is pretty fast. But make sure they're pushing hard, pushing fast, because the idea is to compress that chest and get the blood circulating.
And if you have an AED?
So if you have the AED, very basic and simple to use. The first thing you do is push the power button, and it prompts you and it tells you exactly what to do.
So it tells you exactly what to do, and you need to make sure that you have batteries that are working
absolutely
all the time.
So it tells you to apply the pads, and the pads have pictures of where they go.
Apply pads, plug in connector.
And
once you apply the pads, will it tell you that they're applied properly?
Analyzing heart rhythm.
So it'll analyze, and you step back.
All right.
And it
Do
prompts
not touch the patient.
All right. So for more information on how you can learn CPR training, just call Baton Rouge General. Ashley will be happy to help you, and make sure you get that training and get certified. You never know when you can save a life.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Ashley. We'll be right
problem.
back. We'll be right back with much more Local 33 News Today.